Hello ladies and gentlemen, Dyson here. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the PlayStation Plus monthly games for May 2025. All three of these games are playable on May 6th. That's when they'll be added to the store, so you still have time to get April's if you haven't got April's yet. But let's get into the first one. The first is Ark Survival Ascended on the PS5, and I told my buddy about this one being added to the monthly games a couple days ago, and he had a nice reaction because he'd bought this game several months ago at this point, but it's always a game that we seem to buy within the last year. One of these games is always like a monthly game at some point, and within a year. Of course, there's games we have that are older that become monthly games, but we don't care about those. It's when they're like new and fresh. Like some games we'll buy and it's like 2 months later. Or even a month later, and here they are. But if he still plays it or anything like that, then I now I can play it with him, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. I've never actually played an Ark game, and I've seen a lot of gameplay and watched a lot of videos on it, and it's always looked fun. So hey, maybe I can finally give one a try. It'll be a fun time. But yeah, from everything I know about it, I'm definitely gonna try it out at some point. Maybe not right away, but definitely at some point. I'm pretty pumped. Ark games have always looked fun. So yeah. Up next is Balatro for the PS5 and PS4. This one I'm excited to finally get to try out. It's a card game. Let me see if there's like a summary on it anywhere. In this poker-inspired roguelike deck builder, it's all creating powerful synergies and winning big. Play illegal poker hands, discover game-changing jokers, and trigger outrageous combos in this roguelike strategy experience. Combine valid poker hands with unique joker cards in order to create varied synergies and builds. Earn enough chips to beat devious blinds, all while uncovering hidden bonus hands and decks as you progress. You're going to need every edge you can get in order to reach the boss blind, beat the final ante, and secure victory. I don't know how to play poker, so I'm hopefully going to learn from this game, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I mean, it was up for like a Game of the Year award, so that has to mean something, right? I know Game of the Year awards are kind of like the main one, the Game Awards, is considered kind of more corporate and maybe not completely accurate. It's got a lot of just, I don't even know what, just very corporate-minded people voting on this stuff and not like, that's why they have like a Player's Choice one, because that's the true Game of the Year in my mind almost. Or like just maybe even other Game Awards besides the Game Awards themselves is where I'm at. But I mean, everyone has their own personal list of their favorite games of the year and things like that, so it doesn't really matter. But this one I had not heard of until I saw what games were up for Game of the Year, and from multiple places. It's not just the Game Awards that Balatro was up for Game of the Year. There was a lot of nominations it had. So then I checked it out once, since I'd never heard of it, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I enjoy some card games, and as I'm getting older, I'm enjoying them more and more, especially Magic the Gathering. But when I was a kid, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And like a little bit of Pokemon, and yeah, and a card game that I can play on my PlayStation from home. That's I'm down for that. And I also read roguelike in that description. I did not know about that, so that makes me really excited to try it. But yeah, Balatro, I'm excited to try. I can't wait. This month's actually pretty good, I feel like, for games, at least personally. And last but not least is Warhammer 40k boltgun for the PS4 and PS5. This one I had to look some stuff up on after I, looked at the games to see what was going to be coming out for the month and what our monthly games were. And I saw boltgun. I was like, that's the name of the gun. That's what they're called in Warhammer. And then I actually went and searched it up, and then it was like, oh, it is Warhammer. It is a Warhammer game. Beautiful. I think it takes a lot of inspiration in its art style and look and gameplay from a lot of the old shooter games in the 90s. I say old like I'm not old. Well, some people would say old, other people want it, whatever. 90s games like Wolfenstein and Doom and things like that. The art style is very similar, gameplay is very similar, but it's Warhammer. You're fighting, I think Creatures of Chaos and also Chaos Space Marines, I think, are the main enemies of the game. So Forces of Chaos is what you're fighting, but I don't know. I love Warhammer. I've only recently come to be a fan of it, as of like 2 years ago is when I started getting into it. Man, Warhammer's just so awesome. So more Warhammer games to play, I am totally down for. It's not like a series that I'm super just insanely into yet, because like I do want to play more of the games, but the Space Marine games are the first ones I ever played. Played the first one, I was like, oh, this is a fun game, and I never really got into the series. I didn't go deep dive into the lore of all the Warhammer stuff. And then Space Marine 2, by then I'd already diving pretty deep, and now I really love Warhammer, and now there's another one I can play that's just part of PlayStation Plus monthly games. That's probably how I'm going to try all these other, like, I don't know if I'll say obscure or what, but just lesser known maybe. I don't know. I feel like the Space Marine series people just really like because of the style of gameplay maybe. I know there's Dark Tide, and I do want to try Dark Tide, but I might just have to wait for it because I got so many games to play. But I can, like I said, I'm not a mega fan of Warhammer yet, but as I get there, I'll probably just start buying every game as they come out. But until then, I have to wait until they're on PlayStation Plus like this to give it a try. But I'm definitely super up for playing Boltgun. Boltgun's probably going to be the first one I try out of these three. And now to rate this month's PS Plus monthly games, I am pleasantly surprised. I don't want to give it a super high one because I just never tried an art game. They've looked fun, but I don't know if I'll like it. And that's kind of bringing the score down for me a little bit. And while it's a card game and roguelike and it looks fun and stuff like that, learning a whole system / card game, I've never played poker. I've never really played poker. Played blackjack and things like that, but I've just never played poker. I've seen it be played, but I was younger and didn't grasp any rules or anything like that. So that kind of lessens some points. And then there's nothing from Warhammer Boltgun lessening it in any way. It's not lessening it in a major way or anything like that. The fact that I'll have to learn a new card game and the fact that I don't know if I'll like art or not. So I wanted to give this like an 8.5 kind of month because I am excited to try all these games. But I think I'm going to go with more like a 7.5 to 8, somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. It's at least 7.5 if I end up not liking Ark, and then it's an 8 if I end up liking all three games. So there we go. It's a great month in my opinion for the PS Plus monthly games. And then we'll see how the catalog games go at the end of the month. So tell me what you guys are more excited for out of these three games, all that fun stuff, comment whatever. I'd like to see what people are looking forward to. For me, it's Boltgun is the one I'm going to probably try out first, and I know I'll like it. So yeah, it'll be a good time. I think they did a pretty good job this month. I got too many games to play right now, so I'm not going to be trying them anytime soon, but maybe later towards May I'll be playing them because I got a new Doom game coming out. I'm playing Expedition 33. The Star Wars season of Fortnite started. I'm still playing Monster Hunter, and there's the Oblivion remaster. And yeah, there's just so many games. This is a great year to be a gamer, and if PlayStation is going to actually put some good games on the monthly games, and they always have at least a few for the catalog every time that I'm always pretty excited for. It's just, oh man, there's so many games. I wish I had more time. I need to just I need to start scamming people out of money, I guess, to have enough money and free time to play all these games. I'm not going to do that because I hate scammers. They're scum. So I'm not going to do that, but I need to get rich somehow so I have more free time to play games. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and toodaloo.